I promise you.
Dude, this is 101. Anthony 101. You're not allowed to lay down.
Here, can I do Anthony 202?
Wait till he records. You recording?
Can I? Okay,
because I
Greg,
want to get this on record.
Greg, say your lines again.
Yeah. No, my lines is you're not allowed to lay down during an episode because we did this for 6 years in the Rad Dude cast.
But now I know how to. Now I know how to do. Lie down, Anthony's peak, Anthony. This is my.
Also, you can't exactly. No one can see my face. No
Yeah,
one can see
peek
your
Anthony.
And
face.
thank God that Anthony suggested Alex get a microphone because that was great input.
Yeah,
and I
right.
did that.
Well, how does it look now? Is this
I pointed out that
because
the
he
mic
did
was
nothing?
there. It's a tag team situation.
That's right. That's two only children teaming up to become brother and sister.
Yeah.
I do think.
And
this-
you're a dick.
This is the podcast dynamic. There's one person who's having a good time. There's one person who's being yelled at, and there's one person who's kind of out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, who's the enemy each episode? It rotates.
And it rotates every week.
Who do we hate today? Who's having
Who's
a great
being
time?
bad? So, I'm so sorry. I put in a cough drop, and I'm realizing this might be bad on mic, but
Swallow it.
That's
Give
the
it like a
choke
snake.
hazard.
Like a snake. Like a snake. That's what
No.
they would say to me at when I would go to my
hello?
Your boyhood?
my boys' school. When I would go to my parochial boys' school when I was younger. They would go, like a snake, Anthony.
What? To do what?
Eggs.
What?
Let him talk. Just let him fucking talk. Let's see whatever fuck he wants to
Eggs?
say.
I
His
went-
parochial boys school, they used to say, swallow it.
Like
and,
a snake.
Like a snake.
I went
for his
pills?
eggs.
Eggs?
Yeah. They'd have they'd tray of eggs, and they would, because this was a demanding preparatory school. They wanted you to be able, in any environment, to survive. So,
In the environment in which you'd have to swallow an egg,
like
Yeah.
a snake.
which is just a breakfast.
Like a snake. Snakes
Yeah.
don't even eat eggs.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe they do. Actually, I have no idea.
They might eat eggs.
This was a fun thing that Dave pointed out on the last podcast, which is a dynamic
Which
of
is
the
now
podcast.
7 weeks ago because we had to put that one. Literally, this was 3 or 4 weeks ago because we filmed these out of order.
Sure. So a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Brumman didn't point this out on the last one.
No, yeah, he wasn't on it.
He wasn't on. But Drake pointed this out. I think it's a good thing to point out.
What?
Our podcast is a lot of us saying a thing and going, is that the thing? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Just guessing what a food is.
Drake
Yeah.
said that?
When we were talking about
Yes.
cream cheese, you
Yeah.
were like, "It's pre-melted cheese," and we were like, "What?" And then we were just like, "What is cream cheese?" And then
I think that's how yeah.
he was like, "Oh, you guys are just asking what food is."
I think our podcast, at best, it gives you some good Google searches.
Sure.
You know, we're not providing the answers, but, well, what an interesting day on the internet you might have.
Here comes a Wikipedia afternoon.
Sure.
Just real.
Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Do you
Just
ever?
going on a whole K-hole of it where suddenly you're like looking up something normal, and then like an hour and a half later you're like, how did I get on the page for Saddam Hussein dietary restrictions?
What was that man eating?
That's fun.
What could he have? You know? But you're like, how did I get here? I was looking up like the cast of Inception. You know, like it's just like,
Right,
it gets you.
yeah.
But it's like one thing gets hyperlinked and you're like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden you're like, how'd this happen?
Yeah. I always think I'll bust those out in parties or whatever, like those, like, you know, like, oh, you know, Saddam couldn't eat gluten, so, you know,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you
like
guys
my
have
witch fact. It's a great fact.
What's your
Yeah.
witch fact
I
again?
told you. Is that why witches have cats? Because of the Black Plague.
Right.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Yeah.
The cats kept the rats away, though, so they didn't get them. So the witches, which comes back to my joke about blowjobs,
It doesn't.
which is the same fucking thing. And yeah, I'm still angry about it. This is from 4 weeks ago for people listening.
That's what I love too. We're hot about. They're like, wow, they really reignited this fire from 2
It's
weeks
like,
ago.
Yeah, it's from 15 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
For us, it was a minute.
Yeah.
For them, they're like, they're still on this. 14 days have passed,
Yeah.
Greg. For Christ's sakes.
Man, it'd be a crazy idea. But if we just do episode scrambles where we just record them and we just let Allison, that's not Allison, Alex put them up in any old order and just confuse the shit out of
Oh,
everybody.
man.
That's fine.
People would have no idea. Oh, Greg's wearing this outfit again. You'd have to mathematically put together the order to understand what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
We do a clip show, but of stuff that's never aired.
Yeah.
So it's like, all of our favorite clips. And it's like, I've never heard this or seen any of this before.
This is cubism, but a podcast.
Sure.
Yes.
That's really what it is.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Also crazier is that since the last episode, both of you changed.
Oh, I wanted to
didn't.
give the illusion.
Yes.
But it looks like, well, I just Greg's back in the red suit. And
But you're
gold
in a
chain.
different seat.
I am in a different seat. I
That's
moved.
something.
Yeah.
The dynamic of this podcast is grossly changed by who's sitting where.
No, I would say that
think it's true.
almost all the dynamics are governed by location.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And posture.
That's the Matty seat. That's the mad at you seat.
Yeah.
That last episode, everyone was mad at me. I was in that seat. Now I'm mad at you because you're sleeping in that seat. That's the mad at you seat.
That's
This is the mad at you seat. It's kind of a fun idea too, though, to give yourself a dynamic. Do you know what I mean? We used to do improv, and Mick Napier. You said we didn't study under him. We read his book. It doesn't matter.
I didn't read his book.
I told
Anthony
Greg,
read it. He told me
I told
everything
Greg
about it.
about what was going on.
Yeah.
But his big thing was coming into a scene with an emotional charge. Not so much yes-anding, but if you just having an emotional charge in the scene, right? So I think that's a kind of a fun idea.
About stand-up.
Yes,
said that?
you've said that about stand-up. You have said about
Yeah, you come in
stand-up.
with an energy.
Yeah, you've said this, yeah. So I do think it's kind of fun for podcasting. You know, this seat's the mad at you seat. That seat's the.
This is the host seat.
That's the host seat. The
laid back.
laid back.
laid back. Laid back.
Sorry, I was
Eating
trying
stuff.
to chew a.
That's
cough
the eating
drop,
stuff
so
seat. I think
Eating
that's
stuff.
a large part of a podcast is someone eating.
People hate it.
I know they do. Libby pointed this out to me once, and Libby, who never really, Libby never want to ever say a bad word to me. You know, really?
She's very sweet to you. Couldn't be any meaner to me because of the tension. That's why. It's very clear because of the
what else could it
palpable
be?
sexual tension
between us.
between the two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you keep dressing like this. What am I supposed to do?
A lot
know.
of people tune into this for that Ross Rachel
Yes.
vibe.
Will they or won't they?
Won't they kill themselves?
I was about to say that. Synergy.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta
Put the
Yeah,
shoes
eating
down.
on-
People need to see my face.
Eating on the podcast, it's a no-go. I felt bad that I even had that cough.
Oh,
drop
so you
in
think
there.
laying that way is different?
Facing away from the camera.
Laying on your belly like a baby.
Why don't
wipe
you
your
just
butt. Just put your feet on the floor.
sit up like a person?
You're not gonna get Peak Anthony
Here,
that
lay
way.
this way and put
I'm
your feet.
so uptight now.
Put your
lay
head- red
this way
slap.
upon my head, like I'm cleaning your ears.
I don't
you're
put your
cleaning
I don't
his
believe in DEI
ears.
hires.
Yeah, that's how I clean my child's. They put
That's
their head on my lap.
posture related.
Lay on my lap.
Look
and
at
then
me
put
now.
your feet up there.
Everybody's equal.
You never. Nope. There he goes. You never want to be touched by me.
What?
Of all my friends.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that I'm a very
Touchy.
affectionate, touchy
Sure.
person.
Yeah.
You will not touch me.
Yeah, because you're an abuser.
Also, only
Plain
children
Jane,
by
the
nature.
man's an abuser.
Only children by nature, a little less physical touch forward.
Yeah. It took me a
Say that
while.
again? I
Like
don't
we're
understand.
we're both only children. We're both like not the touchiest people because like you're
Really?
not like around other kids that you're touching
There's
very
a
often.
man coming in with a
My,
cheesesteak.
my cheddar daddies are here.
Oh yeah, we
I ordered everybody cheddar daddies.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
What?
This
I got everybody
First of all,
cheddar
What is
daddies.
a cheddar daddy?
Yeah.
we just accepted it because Anthony just says wild shit and you
Yeah,
go,
and we're like, oh, that sounds.
Because when you
He's
doubt it,
saying it with authority and like a casual confidence.
when you doubt it, that's the time it's true.
Yes.
Because I'll go, what are you, a fucking idiot? And all of a sudden the guy goes, I got 5 cheddar daddies. And I go, what the fuck? And then he's made me the fool again.
I'm still like 5% like, is there a sandwich for us or no?
I know. And it did say cheesesteak on the bag. And I'm
Right.
like, is this a cheddar daddy cheesesteak?
Somebody else got cheddar daddies, I guess.
What is a cheddar daddy? You make that up?
Yeah, of course
What?
he did, just now.
Yeah.
Nah, cheddar daddy is a matzo ball surrounded by cheddar.
That
sounds
disgusting.
terrible.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying people are doing it.
Cheddar daddy. Oh, God.
But I mean, I don't mind. People really snap on Jewish food. I love Jewish food.
Oh, I love Jewish food,
Yeah.
but
Bagels?
cheese isn't something I want to bring into the matzo ball realm.
What's a Jewish food beside matzo ball and bagels?
Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish,
Seaweed.
kugel, brisket.
What's kugel?
Brisket, I'll go with.
a pastrami sandwich?
Oh,
People overlook
Big.
that. I don't think they associate that with Jewish food.
I think that like
Because-
Southern barbecue kind of like took over a little
I
bit
agree
of
with
the
you.
brisket and pastrami as like nomenclatures.
Right.
But like really like a classic brisket, like roasted brisket and like a pastrami, like a Katz's Deli sandwich is a Jewish pickles.
pickles? Just
Yeah.
straight pickles?
Well, like pickles are a big part of Jewish food. They're not. I don't know who invented pickles.
Whenever
but like,
you see people being anti-Semitic online, you got to go, pickles. We gave you pickles?
Yeah.
And this is how you talk about us?
we brought the half sour to America. Like, please
Wow.
give us some respect.
It's huge.
Right.
Huge.
Terry said she's available after 1:30 if we wanted to do that.
What time is it
What
now? We got
time
9
is it?
minutes.
All right.
All right, let's give him 9 hard.
Yeah.
So
should we,
9, that's why I can't tell my wife. Hey, honey, I'm going to give you a 9 hard.
That many fingers, huh?
You can I tell you this?
I'm telling you, you're getting peak Anthony.
Yeah,
This
Anthony.
posture in this seat, you're
It
getting
is
the
your
best of me.
most like firing from your belt.
Yes.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Because otherwise, I'm too stiff up there. When
Yeah.
I'm down here, I'm cruising, man.
The way your neck is.
It looks so uncomfortable.
Yes, scoliosis is forming, and I'm watching your spine go against
Melt.
everything it was built to do.
How about a 9 hard of like something Talktowny? I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
we
you're-
could really use a little
We've got to inject some Talktown.
Talktown.
You're right.
I mean, I feel like we did some Talktown last time, but I feel like what a good like forced
Yeah.
premise.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing about 9 hard?
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
we do,
hit us.
I want to say this, and this might be oversharing, and some people might go, "That's sad," but I don't think it's sad.
Okay.
When my wife and I sometimes I want to get going, want to get a little going,
Yeah.
and she's like, "We got too much things to do." I go, "We'll set a timer," and I go, "Whatever happens to that timer, we're done with sex."
Oh God, what if you're so close though?
Huh?
What
That's
if you're
fun.
like close?
That's the thing. I'll
That
be
adds to
Edging
the
for the
allure.
rest of the day?
You get there. You go. I'll be done in 20 minutes, no
I
matter
love
what.
this. I think it's great.
And she's like, "Okay, I can do that."
Yeah.
Because she's not stressed. No one's stressed about are we going
Yes.
to come? We're not going to come. We know at 20,
We're
like
having
a sitcom,
We're
it's
sex
over.
for 20, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
Can I ask you this though?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a big basketball fan. We all know this. When it gets to the end of the shot clock, you really see a team scurry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah,
see them
yeah.
sort of scramble to get one up in the air.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what's happening as the final seconds are counting down?
A sexual shot clock.
A sexual shot clock.
Yeah. Are you doing
Absolutely.
things? You're doing things to come, wiggling in ways. You know.
You bring up a great point, but I'll be God's honest truth. We are done well before 20, and I
Yeah.
really walk into it like, look how quick that was. You're so
Yeah.
happy. We have more than that. The rest. Take the other 15 for you. That's you
15,
time.
that's you.
Whatever
That's
you want
nice.
to do at that time.
Read a book.
Read a book. You know, it's not part of our day.
You don't do a lover's praise after sex.
No.
We do a thing called a lover's praise.
Yeah.
Where after sex you go highs and highs.
No, like a housewives dinner, but without the.
Yeah, without
You
the-
said something about my hair.
yeah.
Nice.
My wife doesn't enjoy compliments. This is a big problem in my relationship because I'm very emotional. I like to say it all out there. You know,
Right.
when I go, babe, I was like, I've met 100 women and you are the best of all of them. And she just goes, thanks. And she walks away. And I go,
Thanks.
come on. Nothing for that?
100. I'll name them all.
I can name them all. So I would love to do a lover's praise.
What? Yes. I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
What ideal time limits for sex? What do you think?
I set the clock.
Depends
at
on
20.
time of day.
Oh really? Okay.
You know, if it's
We'll
like
do all the times and give me your times.
morning, that's got to be kind of fast.
I agree.
I don't even have stuff to do, but it's just like can't be all day.
Tim.
Night a little looser,
Yeah.
I think.
I also think I've built up throughout the day. My horniness level is
Yes.
at peak at night because I've taken in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm peaking at noon every day. I wake up.
And after that, just a sharp decline into evening.
No, 2 points off.
Oh.
I'm horny all day.
Oh,
Why
okay,
are
so
you-
it's more of a kind of a plateau.
Yeah. Yes. Like
Right.
a heartbeat.
Why are you peaking at noon?
Yeah.
I think because that's probably when I took my medication. I'm like, I woke up, I got my coffee.
Oh, okay. You woke up. You have
I
had your
took my
coffee, settled
I'm
in.
lit up,
Yeah,
The
okay.
kids are away. There's no kids
Right.
in the house.
Oh yeah, you're finally kind of like free to.
Yeah. I love a lunch sex.
Yeah.
You know?
And
And
then-
then night is no good because it's like we got to go to bed. We got to be up early in the morning.
Yeah, I think kids really changed this clock.
Yeah. My wife is also very stressed at night because when you start to calm down, she gets in her own head and then she's like, "We got to pay this bill, we got to do this," and she's always bringing up bills.
Oh, wow.
Middle of the day, it's just I know I got to get her off that shit. But middle of the day, she hasn't yet thought about the problems of her life. So that's a good sex time.
Whether you're one of them or not.
Yeah.
So then, okay. So you're saying morning rushed, nighttime more,
A little looser.
a little looser. What's loose to you? An hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
I'm saying numbers. I'm not saying
Sure.
I'm doing that. I'm just
Okay.
saying numbers.
I mean, hour is really the top end of any of this.
Hours are nuts. I don't know.
Hours
that.
insane. And that's like including like talking about like, oh, is now a good time? Yeah, now seems like a good time. Like
Yeah.
that's all part of the hour.
Oh, that's all part of
It's
it.
in the hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go shower real quick. That's part of the
That's
hour.
part of the hour. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's all part of the hour.
Yeah, an hour all in with the logistics.
Right.
Really,
What's
we're talking like 27 minutes. max.
Yeah, I'd say that's on the high end,
I
too.
say, yeah, okay.
Not of like pure, just like penetrative sex, but just
Right,
like
Right.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole
half hour.
surrounding. Yeah.
It
The
can be done
pregame
in
show, postgame
an
show.
office episode.
Right.
If we're talking negotiations, then I got to count it as a week because I start usually on Monday being like, honey,
Oh well, convincing her.
Greg has lawyers that come.
yeah, legally.
Everybody's
Slides
reviewing
me
all the
one.
paperwork.
Yeah.
NDAs. There's emails back and forth.
Yeah. Well, something that she has to counter, and like,
Yeah, it's a heavy negotiation. There's fees.
there's 3 rounds. That's what's in the contract,
Yeah.
and then we could.
It's
there's
not
multiple
prostitution, it's a
Zooms.
fee. Yeah. Yeah. So I would
Alright.
like if I have sex for her, if we have like from finger to nose, touching, all touching. 20 minutes to me is great. If you can do a real 20 minutes,
Yeah.
that's great. And she seems to like, and my wife is very much like, she likes it short.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not trying to do this all day.
I think
know?
at the end of the day, we're all old enough to not need it to be long.
No.
Yeah.
There's no like that's like you're young and you're like, oh, longer is better,
It's
and then you get
yeah.
older and you're like, no, it's not.
Who wants that?
I got
Who-
stuff to
you-
do. I
Exactly.
could be watching TV.
Eight
yes.
minutes in, you get the idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
8
as long-
minutes in, you get the idea, and now you're on the road to coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. It
Yeah.
shifts.
Got it.
Yep.
And we're done.
Yep. Got it. And now let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tried all these new moves
All right.
Oh, yeah?
because I watched a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And you can watch some videos on YouTube that give you non-pornographic sexual tips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've been
And
there.
I go, all right. And I like that. It's like, I want a sexual tip show that isn't porn, right? It's like, no, just do it like this and
Yes,
try this.
yes, yeah.
Straight instructional
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't get me all twisted up in here.
There-
Like,
Don't get
me
show
twisted.
Give
There
me a
are-
tutorial.
Yep, there
Yes.
are those on Pornhub. I've watched. I've
Yeah.
gotten better at going down on, well, let's say women. I've been with Julia for
Right.
100
The
years.
one- the
you know?
woman.
Of the woman.
The woman.
Yeah, the woman. Yes. From that. That's why I
And I'll say this about sex too. I got this new philosophy with life. I go, listen, when we are having sex, it is every man for himself. Okay? You got to do what everyone's going to try to make themselves come here. Okay? And I'll do whatever you want me to do. But it's you got to take care of you, and I take care of me. I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing, and it's better this way.
Yeah.
Stop making me have to figure out what you want. You want something? You got to order it now. We're at the cashier, and it's all free, right? But I'm not gonna guess.
This metaphor is traveling.
Imagine you went to Taco Bell and you said, I'm here for some tacos. And the cashier goes, well, do you want gordita? He just starts giving you food. And you go, well, I don't like any of this.
Right.
Tell me what you want.
Right.
So we go, look, I'll do what I want. You do what you want. And it works out evenly. We just take care of it. Now, I'll do everything you want. Exactly. You do what, but it's every man for himself in that bedroom now. It's a way more fun way. It's way better. Because it used to be all about her, and I don't know what to do.
Oh my God, what a nightmare.
No, but then it's like, I don't have, look, every woman I've ever been with is different.
Yeah.
Every single woman, the way they come
Of course.
is completely different.
Yes.
So what worked on Melvin isn't going to work on Denise. You know what I mean?
I would hope not. I would hope whatever worked on Melvin is not simpatico with Denise.
She was big boned. I don't mean big. I mean like her bones were strong.
Like a Neanderthal.
Like at the end, you say it like that too.
That's the way you're supposed
That's
to
what
say
you're
it.
supposed to say.
I thought it was thal my whole life. And
Most-
they go, at the end
No,
of tall.
most people do.
Yeah.
The British say tall.
Yeah.
That's how. And I think because we all read the same book.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
reading Sapiens
That's
right now.
Oh, nice.
You're listening to it.
Wait.
No, I'm reading
Were
it.
you the one of you told me about that,
I
right?
can
Greg?
tell you. I won't stop
Yes.
talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first books I've
It
ever read.
is great.
I gotta listen.
Very
Or
early
read,
on.
whatever.
I'm 50 pages in, but
Oh.
it really is good.
It's unbelievable. Well, I shouldn't have told you about it because I had all this knowledge you didn't have, and now we have the same knowledge, and I can't tell you anything.
What a
weird-
nightmare to be
what
on an
a-
equal playing field with information with
Yeah,
your best friend.
What a weirdo you are.
I like
huh?
to read a book so I have something I can tell people.
You like to read a book so you have something over on people.
Yeah.
This is what you're
It's a
saying.
competition
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I'm
read it
as
too?
smart as you.
Well, there goes what I had over you. That's what you-
Great information.
So you're operating, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to be
Guess
smarter
the
than you.
tables haven't turned.
People don't know how smart anyone is. It's only what you can prove. And I get this one book with a lot of
That
nuggets.
goes on your tombstone. Now that goes on a headstone.
What do you think knowledge is?
It's only what you can prove. They don't know what's I got in here.
Gamesmanship. That's what it is, Livey.
Yeah.
A talk down thing. I wanted to bring this up.
Sure.
Wait, are we?
I think we're cleared from 1:30, so if we want to try and get
Let's do
Terri-
it. Yeah, let's
your
do Terry
computer.
time.
I will say this, though. Do we put the microphone near the computer just in case Anthony somehow doesn't really record it or something happens?
I don't know how to do any of this.
Because there's a chance that this technology thing might not work. There's always an issue that could go on.
I'm a little nervous about how we're gonna do it with like not seeing her and her not seeing us.
Well, she'll see us. Anthony's going to aim the computer at us.
Let's see Terri.
Oh, there we go.
Terri.
Asked
I don't think she wants to be on camera.
She's probably messing with her camera, her things. To
Yeah,
make sure.
I always have to like opt in. I don't know how you use Zoom.
Goes right on.
Testing.
Right, because you use the website.
Do you hear us, Terri?
I can hear you.
Terri.
All right, we can't see you,
I don't know why I
Terri.
won't turn my video on.
Oh.
I'm not going to be mean to the guest.
Says,
We're not going to take this out of your time. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
no, relax, take your
Yeah.
time.
Take your
the
time.
host has to.
Oh, it says accept or admit.
Yeah.
Anthony doesn't have the right settings.
Oh yeah, we had to download Zoom to do
I'll tell you
this.
this.
My Zoom
there.
had to update. What
Of
is
course.
Yeah.
that? Oh, there we go. Can you see me?
Terri.
Hello.
Hi.
Terri, they were dogging me for my Zoom
no.
Terri, you have
knowledge,
two.
Terri.
We have 2 cameras now.
Oh, Terri with a 2-camera shoot. This is great.
This is crazy.
Oh, that's a problem.
Terri, Greg
can
is,
remove that one,
I'll tell you this
maybe.
right now, Terri. Greg is very stressed about how this is all
I'm
going to
gonna
go.
leave. I'm
No,
gonna,
I'm
okay,
not.
I'm gonna leave and come right back.
All right.
Where are you going?
Great.
All right.
She's already out. She hates us.
Yeah. That's
She's
fine.
already.
Oh,
Did you get her money?
wait.
What's up?
Hope you got
This-
her money.
No.
Nope.
You didn't get her money?
No, she'll pay after.
She'll pay
No,
us.
you got to pay before. You crazy? We don't.
I don't think Terry's not one to screw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this.
I also think
I'm
she
gonna-
needed to know that we could do this.
Gave me this hat.
I will
Yes,
demand.
yeah.
We demand. Not for Terri because she seems very sweet.
Yeah.
But next time, up front.
One of your fans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Greg, Greg
I'll say
fans
this.
pay in advance.
A Greg fan needs to pay in advance. An Anthony fan, that's an upstanding
Well, you
citizen.
don't know whose fan she is.
She's an
back.
Anthony fan. She
Yes.
came to my show and gave me a hat. And
That's 'cause
my
you were in
fans
her
are
neighborhood.
upstanding people.
Yes.
My fans vote. Your fans are dipshits, man.
Terri, who are you here for? Who did you?
All of you.
Who brought you in?
Terry's here
So
for all of
I
us.
found Talktown through Allison's.
So she's an
guest
Allison
on
girl.
Jared Freed's podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
wow. How does it get back to Jared somehow?
It always does. Any fan I've ever had
Yeah.
traces. There's a trace of
There's-
Jared.
yeah.
Much like our DNA has Neanderthal.
Stop
Very-
it. One audio book and he's pronouncing it like a
I'm
Brit.
reading it.
A Neanderthal.
Yeah, you're the
Neanderthal.
one that's listening.
Yeah, you're the one who reads a book with his ears.
Spell Neanderthal.
That's for another time, another
Yeah,
place.
nope, not for right
It's
now.
not for right now.
TH.
This
Can't
is
do that.
Terry's time, you son of a
Are we
bitch.
recording? Let's make
No,
sure
I'm
we're recording.
I'm enjoying.
Yeah, let's make
Fear.
sure this is recording.
It says recording, so we should be
Okay.
good.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
good.
All right, so you found us through Allison.
Jared through me,
Yes.
and then you're here.
Right.
And then
Yes.
you went to Anthony's show.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
And
I'm a
but-
super fan of all of you. I went to Anthony's show at the
Incredible.
Port a couple weekends ago. That was my first time there. It was great. So I
Oh,
already have
great.
like more tickets. in
You
the
probably. It's very good that you saw Anthony first because she'll see Anthony and she goes, "Oh wow, this is funny," but has no idea what real comedy is yet. She sees me first, then she sees Anthony. It's a letdown because Anthony doesn't use his body when he performs.
Yeah, no, I'm not as. I don't have to rely on my body
Yeah.
like you, Greg.
Yeah, you're all physical.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Nothing up
Allison.
here. What?
What's happening here?
I don't know. I
Why'd you
feel like
immediately jump to Anthony's side?
Do you want to switch?
No, Anthony's in the we hate him seat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in
Can
the aggressive
I
seat.
ask a quick
You're-
question? Greg, what
Please.
are you wearing?
Oh, you'll find out in 4 weeks
Okay.
when this episode comes out.
What an ominous thing to say to a woman
yeah.
you've never met. You'll
What?
find out in 4 weeks.
Also, we could tell her because she's here now.
That's right. You can tell her.
Greg is wearing a maroon velvet
It's a
suit.
velour. It's a velour.
A velour.
It's a red suit
Fantastic.
that we wore for today's the Valentine's Day episode.
Okay.
We did a Valentine's, and now we're doing this one. He's also
Yes.
got a big gold chain on.
Yeah, this.
Love
yeah.
it.
It's very comfortable. All right, I'm gonna start the timer now.
All right. 10.
And I will say this before we get started, Terry. I love you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Anthony did not take the money up front. If you try stiffing us on
This
this,
is what I'm saying, Terry. This goes back to my original thing where people who have entered into the podcast by way of me or Libby, these are good people.
Yeah, they will pay
Not
us.
like your snake fan base that you
my fan base is not snakes. My fan base is autistic.
Jesus.
That's not
Christ,
offensive.
Greg.
It is what it is. Why is that
Greg.
wrong when that's what they are?
Greg.
Well, you're the ones who are
I do have
offended
to
by
say
it.
too, my brother was very impressed because he listened to the Rad Dude cast.
Wow.
So we just have all sorts of connections here.
These guys.
That's incredible.
Fave.
Yeah,
That's
great.
fun.
Did you have any Talktown topics that you were like, let's get into it?
Yes.
You don't
So
not
I
that you have to do homework or anything like that.
No,
just
but
wanted
you
to-
did. That's
I've been
really
thinking about this for a
appropriate for you
long
to ask.
time.
Okay.
1 week.
So I have two major things.
Okay.
First is like entertainment based, and second is more like architectural zoning.
Ooh. Whichever you want to
Wow,
start with.
a woman after my own heart.
I'm still mad you called me dumb.
So
called
my
you dumb?
first
You did.
question is like these ticket sites, right? Like Ticketmaster,
Oh,
for
yes.
example. Okay. So as a millennial woman, I failed many times to get tickets to the Eras tour.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering how we're going to prevent that in Talktown.
Could I do a
I
quick
love this.
addendum to this as well? Because I'd like to also tell you that my wife, for her 40th birthday, I bought her Chromeo tickets in Boston by accident and could not get a refund and spent about $500 on these tickets because I got the best possible tickets you could get with the meet and greet.
Without
and everything.
realizing it was a different
It
city.
was in fucking Boston.
Greg.
And I could not sell them.
Then Greg offered me the tickets, like a trip for one for Anthony to go to.
Take whatever you want. You could have had it free. Yeah. No
To
one
see
went.
Chromeo. That's fun.
I tried to sell them. I couldn't. And I was going to give them you for free. All you got to do is drive to Boston. you don't got any kids. Why not do it?
You're right. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
taking
right.
advantage of a childless life like I
Yes,
could be.
we
You're not wrong, Greg.
Yeah.
You're really not.
So my wife is currently without a 40th birthday present.
Sounds like things are good at home.
What are you doing? It's
Okay.
two. It's round two.
Ticket.
One more strike. And I walked.
Terry,
Ticket sales
well, you
thing.
haven't seen Libby's been on Greg today, and
Yeah.
Greg is
He's feeling it.
he's
I don't
feeling
enjoy
it, man.
it.
He's in the hot seat. He's
I came in hot, and that's on me.
It's, Allison, sometimes they need us to just keep them in line.
It's
I
true.
understand.
It's true. Somebody has to be the boss sometimes, even though Greg said I was his boss.
Yeah, well, you were a friendly boss, and now you're a mean boss.
Okay.
he's gonna take your mug away.
Yeah.
Number 2, boss.
Ticket sales.
Okay, ticket sales. Do you have any solutions? Because we can start riffing with you.
So my first idea is that you have to somehow like prove your fandom or allegiance. So like
Ooh.
when I'm trying to purchase the tickets, I have to do some sort of like 10-question trivia. And
Like
I have to get a certain percentage.
Radio
idea.
call-in things where it's like, oh, like tell us what was the third track on this album from this person, and you can win tickets to their new
Exactly.
concert.
Right. I like because whenever you're like purchasing something, they make you go, "Are you a robot?" Are you this?"
Exactly. That's
I
what
think
I was
it's
thinking.
yeah.
Are
I
you a
think
scumbag?
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
Name-
Are you,
fan?
no, instead of being like, "Hey,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It shows you pictures that are like to prove you're not a scumbag. It's like which one of these people would you rip off? Right? And it's like, and you click, yes, this is what you're saying. Because you're saying,
not what
are
we're
you a
saying.
robot? You're doing the are you a robot
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not are you a robot? It's are you a scumbag? And you have to take the quick test. So instead of like, which one of these is a
Oh,
motorcycle?
I know what you mean.
It's like, how
It's
would
not-
you?
It's not to prove fandom. It's to prove like, are you the kind of piece of shit who would buy these and sell them in a market?
Right.
This is
Okay,
woman
okay.
splaining
I like
bullshit. That's
you were-
exactly what I was saying.
We only have 10 minutes with Terry. You were going to take
I'll
the whole
let her
10
go
minutes
as long as she
explaining
wants. Because I am not a scumbag and would pass the test.
And I think because we've never done this before, I think you go, what was it, 10 for 100? But then
Yeah.
after that, it's free.
Yeah.
Although it is. No. We just send you a bill later.
I'll tell you
like a
who's failing-
hospital.
I'll tell you who's failing this. I'll tell you who's failing the fucking scumbag test.
that. Like a hospital.
You send you an invoice like, well, you got anesthesia.
Exactly, just like the hospital.
You don't know how much this is going to cost.
Yeah. and we are not covered by insurance.
No,
yes, I like
I'm
having
kidding.
the scumbag, like prove you're not a scumbag, and then also a fandom. Like,
Yeah.
I think to get like,
So
you
you're
could
saying the scumbag thing for reselling purposes.
just no reselling, and that's how we'll stop it. But then fandom, the more questions you can ask, the better seats you can access.
The better seats and,
Oh,
the,
I like that.
and the least expensive.
I love this.
If you know,
Yeah.
like, not a lot of questions, you're in the back and it's $400.
Okay.
Right. So scumbag gets you in the door.
Yes.
And then from there,
Being not
your
a scumbag.
seat is dependent upon your fandom.
Yes.
How do we incorporate?
Okay.
So what if somebody's like, oh, right, because these tickets are going to be sold. I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. This
So
works
it's
Yeah,
like
you gotta
just to
pass
buy a
the quiz.
ticket,
Yeah.
you're basically promising I will not resell these tickets at a markup. And then once you prove that, it's like, well, if you're a mega fan, you get access to the floor.
Right.
If you're like, I'm gonna check this out, You're up in the back, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Because there's
Right.
nothing I hate more than when I'm like, I was saying one of my favorite bands like Incubus or Live or Coldplay.
It all
or
comes back
Creed,
to live.
right? And I got to sit in the back because I've got a lot of money.
Right.
Meanwhile, rich asshole who goes, "Oh, I heard this song. I had nothing to do on a Friday."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah.
Doing lightning crashes, not even crying.
Yeah.
So is all ticket pricing uniform then? And then where you're seating?
I think so.
It has to
I
be,
think
right?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
And we keep it low.
Yeah.
I think
What's low to you?
I don't know. We haven't discussed like
Terry,
currencies.
what's low to you in terms of seeing Taylor Swift? What's a
So
good
I
uniform
had
ticket
a
price?
certain number in mind that I wouldn't
Okay.
go above,
All right.
and was not able to find tickets. I think I tried in like 6 different cities. Was not able to find tickets below like $800.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was gonna be, I would have been
Yeah.
way up. So.
Right.
I think concerts should be
$800 is too
about
much.
the price. Like they should top out. Like maybe there's add-ons that can make it more expensive, but it should still top
Okay.
out at like a nice dinner. Like I think those.
Yeah.
That's like the range of like if you would spend $200 on a really nice dinner, that's like as expensive as a concert should be.
Yes, agreed.
I think
Agreed.
so. Yeah. I think 200 or 250 max.
Yeah, max.
I think.
And that's
yeah.
with like a little bit like where they're like, and we'll give you the confetti that you throw at the bottom or something.
There you
Like, I
go.
don't know. Some,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
some fun. But if you just were like, I just want a real bare bones but good seat,
Right.
$70.
And I would also like to add something we brought up, and I'm going to bring it up again just to put it in this segment. The lyrics are also playing on the screen.
Oh yeah. That's
That
all.
is a song we've
always,
covered.
yes.
It's all
Although
karaoke.
if you're on the floor, you wouldn't need those because you've already proven you're a big fan.
Yeah,
Totally.
but sometimes
But
you
if
get
you're in the back,
nervous.
they need to be
People in
on
the
the
back.
screen because you can't see because it's so far.
But also, as even a mega fan, you get nervous. So you want the lyrics so you don't got to
Performing
worry.
with her.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get nervous. I'm like, oh, I can't. People are watching me. I'm not going to remember all the songs.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with you. And
You
if
know?
you're especially if you're that close, you can lock eyes with her.
Yeah.
And if she
True.
sees
And then
you
you
mess
freeze
up.
up.
fumbling the
Yeah.
words, that's
Yeah,
that's
you can't
intense,
have that.
man.
You
Yeah.
can't have
No
that.
way.
And like, for a prolific artist, every once in a while there's a song where you're like, I just don't really know this one. I'm
Right.
such a fan of all this.
Totally. That's why I go. You do this one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do this
You know
one,
what?
Taylor. I'll set this one out.
You take it.
yeah. You can.
I will put an option at the bottom of the "Are you a scumbag" or "How big of a fan?" There should be an option that goes, "I don't really know her music, but she saved my life, and I want to pay her." Like maybe you have like this other option that's like,
Okay.
I really wasn't a fan of her music, but she donated all this money, and like I want to go see
Oh,
her.
sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I
will
do something
say,
like,
I
"I'm
think-
her uncle."
I think you're right about this.
I think her uncle goes for free.
I don't know. Everyone's, all of a sudden,
think-
everyone's your
I
uncle
think
now.
Taylor
He's
Swift-
like anybody else.
Yeah.
He's not in the VIP tent with Julianne Moore or who else is there.
God, how fucked up would that be though? If you're Taylor Swift and you see your mom in the upper deck, she's not really a fan. You know,
Yeah.
Oh.
not a scumbag. She got
Oh,
in the door.
in Talktown.
But
Not-
yeah.
Wasn't able to prove. That would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been momageing. I haven't been or she's not her mama.
Yeah, you'd be like,
She's involved.
You see someone, you're like, oh, you were at my wedding. You're in the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought we were closer.
That's why the option of like, look, man, we dated in high school, and I just found out she's in a band now. And I'd like to go see the
Oh,
band.
sure.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I think there should be an option for that.
I like that.
I think that
But
works.
they
This
put you in a
feels-
special section. This is the "Who the fuck are these people" section.
Well,
It's
these are the guys who all the songs were about.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
yeah.
It's like I don't know any of her songs, but I know this is about me. I'm here to check this shit out.
Yeah.
You get a special seat.
If you are the subject of music, you get to
Okay.
come in for free and sit in a
Exactly,
special section.
yes.
Right.
But you have to guess which song it is.
Can I say? And do you guys know? And this is a little off topic. Adele. Do you know who? Rolling in the Deep. That whole, her
Yeah.
the big album.
Yeah.
Do you know who it was about?
No.
It's
I
a
do.
guy named Slinky Sunbeam. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
See, this is what I was talking about last episode. You go,
Anthony,
the
you would
minute
be
you-
really close to the stage.
this is
You'd be front row.
this is one of those things I was talking about before, where you're like, oh, Anthony's lying, and then you call him out on it and go, he's right, he's not. With a cheese, what are those little cheese things you said?
A cheddar daddy.
A cheddar daddy, right?
daddy.
Right? We thought he was bullshitting. All of a sudden, Slinky. That sounds like something you made up
Alex.
for sure.
Hit me.
Yes, and his real name is Slinky Winfield.
Slinky
Slinky
Winfield,
Winfield.
aka Slinky. He sounds like a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah.
Listen to this, Adele. Sorry, Adele. I'm not sympathizing with you. You dated this guy in the first. You dated a guy named Slinky. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, has a Slinky ever righted a woman?
no, yeah, rolling in the deep with a guy
like-
named Slinky.
Yeah, it's like finding out that Dave Coulier was who You Ought to Know is about.
And it is true.
Yeah.
I
That
watched
sucks.
the interview. I know. He was also 30 and she was
Yeah, no, it's also
7.
That's
disgusting.
the bigger problem.
Yeah, it's
you know?
just it's like
She
a
was
problem.
18.
Yeah,
That's
but
not okay.
Canadian years are different.
Yeah,
They're like dog years.
yeah, it's like their money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you're 30 and she's 18,
No.
legal's legal.
Nope.
Terry goes, okay, this has been great,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks. Actually, delete this, and I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
I don't know, man. Why?
No, we're not having this discussion. It's not even. I'm not even entertaining.
100%.
We're not talking about this. I don't want to hear any of your reasoning for why it's okay. It's not okay.
They're adults.
18-year-old is a child.
What if you made Rosemary's Baby?
Right.
I don't care.
I'm just kidding.
Go to jail,
I'm
Roman Polanski.
joking. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
We should talk about architecture and not this.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about zoning.
Sure.
Let's hear
This
the
is
zoning
great.
stuff.
Okay, so my next question is obviously Talktown is built on this rotating circle system,
Yes.
right? I feel like that might make it difficult to follow streets and house numbers and things of this nature.
For sure.
Yeah.
So rather than I live
100%.
at 520 New Street, how about I live Purple House Taylor Swift mailbox? So
Oh.
every house has a personalized mailbox that kind of like talks to the personalities of the people.
Yeah, you can have
Yes.
a mailbox like a screen name.
Yes.
You don't pick your house number, you
It's
pick
a
your screen
vanity
name.
mailbox rather than a vanity license plate.
And then just kind of no addresses.
Right. But
Well-
you'll have kind of a point of reference, 6 houses down from,
Yes. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I think that's way better.
Well, I think on the rotating thing, each rotating thing is itself a street.
Yeah. Circle A, Circle B, Circle
Right.
C.
Yeah, outer layer.
I live on Circle B, Taylor Swift house, purple mailbox.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Those are
this
just
is a better
directions.
system. Yeah.
That's way
for
better
sure.
than like 37 40th Avenue. I'm sorry. This is better than that.
No, but there's no way to know because if you're lost, you like numbers to go down or go up. So like there's
But
no
if
way
they're
to
spinning around.
well, you're gonna wait all day. This is where we're having an issue, right? And I'm sorry to get very
Okay.
specific here on
I'm-
this. Here's the issue,
This
right?
is your town. I just live in it.
Yeah, so
This is
like
great, though.
the things are rotating, right?
Right.
You still have to get to someone's house on time, so you can't just wait all day. So you need to know which way to go to get to their
I
house.
see.
And if you live on the same
I see
circle,
what you're saying.
you would never. You don't.
Right.
You're
Well, you jump
never
on the,
moving.
You're,
You
no,
could
you
be
jump on the
walking
next. You jump on the next
backwards.
circle to speed you up or slow you
Oh, I
down.
see. Okay.
Right, which is
Okay.
fine. So we need
Right.
a system of like up or down that we could
Okay. So,
do Roy G. Biv and it's all colors.
That's what I was going to say. Could you do rainbow order?
rainbow order's good.
I like that. Yeah, and that's pretty universal, too.
Yeah,
Right.
because we're already going to have a lot going on number wise if we're just count. The calendar is just an ongoing series of numbers
forgot about that
that starts
detail.
at 1
That
and
is a
goes
good
until
Yeah.
we.
Also, too, I think a dash of color would be good. It's pretty gloomy with the surrounding fires.
Yeah.
So I think introducing a lighthearted
Yeah.
rainbow color
It'll
element,
be like
I think it's
a
fun.
parking structure.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
I'm on the purple level.
Go ahead, Greg.
We could do technology wise where you have something vibrate or something in your pocket that heats up, right? So you hot or cold. So like the closer you get to the house, the hotter it
okay.
gets.
Hot or cold.
Cool.
GPS hot or
Like
cold.
GPS hot
I like
or
that.
cold.
I like
This is
that.
great, man.
Still a little tricky, but it is different than the classic number
No,
system.
I like that.
No,
Because
I
sometimes
like
I look at
this.
the map and it's like, and I'm like, well, now I actually know less about where I am because I'm turned around. But I know what hot and cold are.
Totally. That's
Mostly.
and and this, you get to play the warm cold game.
Yeah.
Like in a way, which I always love. I still love to this day.
Yeah.
Hot or cold?
Burn yourself?
There's still something better. It's just hot. It's just hot.
It just has it
Burn
stops before
Good question,
any kind of
though.
medical burn.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
follow-up
Not
question.
sizzling skin, man.
What was that?
You might get warmer.
Yeah, you get warmer.
warmer.
Oh, you're talking about
If you're there, be like, I might get warmer if I go.
Oh, maybe it buzzes when you're there.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's
Oh,
Alright.
right. Sure.
Good thing to bring up, Alex.
Yeah, no, that's you're right.
That's a good point. Good feedback.
Okay.
But so we had you had talked about
Yeah,
having 80s day where you could only use the technology in the 1980s. Can you still use your hot or cold address?
Yes.
finder?
And here's
Transcends
why.
time.
Yeah.
Yes. It
That's,
is any time.
that supersedes 80s day. It
Yeah.
does. The navigation. Yeah. You got
Yeah.
No Netflix that day. Got it.
right.
Yes.
There's no Netflix, but you got to be able to get to your house.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The magic rock that tells you hot and cold on what color wheel you're on, if you're close to your house or not. Yeah, that works no matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that has to be.
on 80s day, you just don't get to say the technology. You have to go, it's black magic. Like, you have to pretend the technology is unknown to anyone.
So it exists, but it's like you're seeing it from the past.
Yeah. Oh, future time. There's got to be a better
I
way
love that.
than just the hot or cold. There's got to be a better way. Because I want to beat numbers, but numbers is pretty fucking efficient.
Well, numbers are
Up
like
and
very
down.
discrete. Hot and cold is a looser.
Well, I like hot and cold because then
Subjective.
it puts you in touch with your body.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
like if you're like, ooh, it's really cold out, I want to be warm, you'll want to get there faster.
Right.
Also, if it's really hot out and you want to be cool, you're like, I'm going to take the long way.
That's
Go
Yeah.
the opposite way. Okay.
that's funny. That's really funny. Oh yeah, you're going through menopause.
Constantly.
And
I'm
you're-
like, I don't know if I'm hot or close. Is this a hot flash or am I at my house?
Now, we can't do this all the time, but I think a richer person should, to get you to come to their house, they send you a homing pigeon, right? So they send you a pigeon and you have to follow the pigeon to their house.
Wait, you have to follow the pigeon?
You follow the pigeon to their house. Here's my bird. It's like, I got to go to Larry's house. Outside, there's a falcon, and you follow the falcon to the house.
No, I like this for maybe major events.
Sure, or anything.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
I would like
Or
to be chaperoned by a bird of prey.
I
Yeah.
could see, I love this. I could see it being a problem where I'm going, slow down, like
Right.
slow down, Falcon. Like,
Yeah.
and I could see the Falcon getting annoyed with me
It's like,
for
this
the
guy
speed
walks
I
so
go.
slow.
And then I could see that being a little bit of a point
Well,
of
it's not
contention.
going to keep coming back around. Like, it's like a video game
He's
where it's
laughing.
like when you go the wrong way, the bird, you come back. Oh, the bird knew you took a wrong turn. He's still waiting here.
Okay.
and then you
Okay.
follow him again.
But I do
Or-
think that is a very cool, rich
Yeah.
sort of thing to have.
Yeah.
That's something.
That's Igor. He'll take you to my home.
Yeah.
yes.
That's a stuff of
I like
kings.
a
Yes.
pig. I like a pig too. I like a pig. You know, you could
That
follow the
seems
pig.
more my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If any animal could be leading you to where you need to go, which animal would you choose, Terry?
It's a great
Oh,
question.
that's a really good question. Maybe like a llama, like something that's like not gonna move too fast.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to follow a horse because if they
No.
start running, I can't keep up.
Also, I'm
Totally.
going the opposite
Does
direction of a
llamas
horse if I
run?
see one.
Probably. I have no idea.
Llama's good.
They can definitely trot. I think they can. I don't know if they can trot. I just said that with a lot of
No, they
confidence.
can.
You think they can trot?
Yeah. And like they're pretty like you wouldn't be like, wait, is this the right llama? Like you'd be like, no, this is the llama.
Right, and it's pretty distinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want something of somewhat equal stride to me.
Yes.
Like I would, I can't do a giraffe, a gazelle, any of those.
No,
But
no.
a squatty kind of animal,
Like a capybara.
like a capybara.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
what I
one.
would like the most. Yes.
I know exactly what I want. I want a sloth, and he jumps on my back, and like he's holding on my back, and his head is here. And the closer I get, the more he smiles.
Oh,
So I'm going
wow.
like, so I'm like, is it this way? And he's like,
Yes.
and he said, the more he smiles, the more I know I'm going the right way.
Oh man, I love those little guys.
And I'll carry him all the way to the house.
Oh, I like
I
that.
thought you were
is
gonna
great.
say like Ratatouille, where he's gonna like pull
I
your.
thought that
I've never
was
seen
true.
Ratatouille.
That's what.
If
that
you were
was
a
my
fan of the
callback.
podcast, you would know this.
Yes. That's canon.
I still haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Maybe that's
Okay,
what we should do. One
my
Patreon
apologies.
episode.
What?
One Patreon episode.
watch
we
it with
should
you.
watch Ratatouille.
Okay, if the next episode we could read my version that I wrote
Yeah.
Okay.
from
Yeah.
AI. I'll use AI to write us
Yeah,
another
definitely.
Ratatouille squad.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We can scrap the first thing I said.
Yeah, let's just go right to that.
Yeah.
Gregatouille
Greg,
or Hoktouille.
Ratatouille, Greg.
We get the Hoktouille girl to play because I don't think she's doing anything now. You know, we'll bring her back when she's
I don't think she's
Haven't
quite
kept
hit the
up with
level
her.
of reading our screenplays.
a few more
I think no
weeks.
matter how far she falls, that's not
She may never
something.
get there. It'll be more, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Capybara, yeah, that's good. I followed cats in the wrong direction too many times. I can't have a cat.
Cats will
Yeah.
never lead you the right way.
Well,
Never.
yeah, they're tricky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
But I
kind of
feel
have
s-
their own agendas sometimes.
Something in the large rodent, like a possum, a wombat, like
I do
something in
love
the
a
capybara
possum,
family
sure.
as well, is for me. Like the right
It couldn't
speed.
be like a nocturnal animal
right, I
because
guess.
you might
Yeah.
need to get some more during the day.
Right, yeah, because I'm
Great
like
point.
raccoons. I'm like, I'll follow a raccoon, but like
Right. I
love
just to a
raccoons.
garbage can at night. So
I think a
It's not at 2 in the afternoon.
right, I'm like, I'm trying to actually get to the gym. He's like, they're little people hands.
This is something else, but I do like an octopus as a hat. You know,
Yeah.
you put an octopus on your head. and he's
100%.
a good hat. You know.
Yeah.
I like an octopus. They're smart too. Maybe if you had the clear floors, they could swim below you. and
Okay,
you'd follow
actually,
them.
that's a great idea.
Oh,
Clear
that
floors?
is a good idea.
Clear floors in the streets to fresh water with octopuses in it.
Yeah.
They're taking you where you need to
Only
go.
on one ring. That's beachfront problem.
Yes.
Yes.
One ring.
There's one
Oh,
ring
man.
that has clear floors, but if you want to have an octopus take you somewhere, you go to that ring.
I like that.
I like that a
I
lot.
love octopuses.
I know, I do too. They're so smart.
I know, and I still eat them, even though I don't like to.
I know.
because I think that's just the way of life.
I know.
There's no way to not eat things.
There absolutely is,
You know?
especially octopus. I would say slightly hard to find protein.
No, but again, I think it's respectful to eat something that you love.
I know that's because you want us to eat you when you die.
Yeah, I know.
They're
That's
always
coming up
sort of
in a
gunning in
future
that
episode.
direction. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
This was great.
This was great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Terry.
These two great
Wait, did you see anything
topics.
else? You don't have
This
to.
was so much fun. No, I just had one like little idea. I don't know.
Please.
It doesn't really serve a purpose, but
None of this does.
And then when she's done, I'd like to give her 1 minute of only she can talk. So
what
make
if
sure that she can get
every
everything out that she has
house
to.
had a secret passageway? Like I don't know where it goes. I don't know the purpose of it.
Ooh.
But it's secret, and so when you have an inspector come in, like when you're selling your house, buying a house, whatever,
Yes.
if they can find it, you fail because then it's not secret
Oh.
enough.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
like
I mean?
that.
So I don't know where I'm really going with this, but that is an idea I had.
No, every house should have a secret passageway.
Yeah, but it needs to be really secret.
Yeah, not just like, oh, that's a crawl space.
Exactly.
But like a real like
Right.
a bookshelf that turns and like yeah. I like
No,
that.
More like that. More like
A
that.
house is best like a person. You want to have a secret.
You do want to have a secret in
want-
a house.
I will say this: the more I think about no, that's how it would work. The plumbing is going to be an issue with the rotating houses.
They each have their own plumbing irrigation system.
Right? It's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Well, someone will figure it out. Someone
Yeah,
smarter
yeah,
than us.
that's a
Yeah,
thing.
what are
That's,
we poking holes in that for?
Right.
We have like giant robots with flamethrowers checking people into the pool.
So you're saying if they can find the secret passage,
It doesn't count. You have to start over.
Yeah, you fail the inspection
you fail the inspection.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
because it's
All
not
right.
secret enough.
What
Yeah.
would we put in our
I think
secret
that's-
passage?
I'm just sold on
Whatever you
that.
want.
I don't have much on
Yeah.
that. I
Just
you
a
know,
Again, I don't know
Agree.
what purpose it serves. I just feel like, give each house a little character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Serious things. I love this, but I hate this, and let me tell you why. Because I'm very into secret passages. I follow all these Instagram pages of people who have these secret, like whatever, and it's never what you want. It's always like
Sure.
bookcase that goes through a cavey tunnel to some guy's football room. And you're like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
never to an actual
Like treasures.
right? And like,
Right. Or a working bar
Oh, yeah.
where the man staffed.
right, and
Yes.
it's like someone's. Then it's,
He
sometimes,
lives there.
sometimes it's like, oh, it is to this guy's guns, and then you're like, well, I don't like that either.
No, yeah,
like
I
you
don't
don't
want
want
it.
it to be anything.
It can't be to guns.
Yeah, the secret
Right.
passageway. You have to really find of what's worth it and is also still cool.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just where you watch Star Wars. Like,
Yeah.
all right, man, that's
Yeah,
not that
it needs to-
fun.
What's
That's not
in your-
worth it for you, Greg? A secret passageway to Star Wars?
No,
would think
because
it
I would.
like you were. Like,
Here's why, and I've thought about this.
Okay.
Star Wars is to be meant to be put out in the open, not a secret.
Okay,
Also,
fair
my
enough.
secret thing, my secret passageway needs to be doing things that I'm doing in secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's secret things.
The secret,
Okay.
what's at the end of the secret passage has to have earned the secret.
Yes.
That feels like it could get sketchy real fast. Maybe
Yeah,
we should
but
scratch
like no
it.
weapons
It is.
or like hostages.
Yeah, more like a bunch of miniatures.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes, yes.
Like
Oh,
a,
okay, like your guilty pleasure kind of.
yeah, like
Yes,
a Christmas
yes.
village, trains you're working on,
sure.
like stuff like that.
Or
Yes.
fake. I mean, you get fake body parts in the secret room where you cosplay a Frankenstein scientist. You
That's
know what I mean?
fun. I think that's
okay.
fun.
That's
You know?
fun.
If you want to set up a fake laboratory where you get to
Where
be,
you're pretending to be Franken.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
man.
You cosplay the whole thing.
Fun.
It's because they'll do this they'll do this Batcave where it's just pictures of Batman the movie.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you're not
No,
Batman. You're a guy who
no.
likes Batman the movie.
Totally.
Go all in on the Batman thing.
Yeah.
All in.
What?
Actual bat.
I want the
cave.
full fantasy.
Yep.
wigs.
Yeah.
Just a ton of wigs.
Ton of wigs.
Ton
Fun.
of wigs.
Ton
Ton
of
of different
wigs.
glasses. Just all different. Just dress up, but like to the nth degree.
Yeah.
The Hall of Mirrors. You can see you from every angle.
I do love a Christmas village though.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that's
You
fun.
know? But
Yeah.
I will not hide it.
That's
All right,
right.
we should give her 60 seconds to talk about whatever she wants to make sure that she got
If you
to say
wanna
everything
use
she
it.
wants.
Yeah.
60 seconds. I don't even know. I feel like
60
I brought everything
seconds
up. I just
is
like
daunting.
we don't like.
Yeah.
Don't put this on.
Is there any?
But-
Is there anything
Yeah.
else that you would like to cover, say, address before we let you go?
I don't want to get a bad Yelp review.
No.
They didn't even let me
you know,
talk.
I have so many other ideas swimming around, but I might just email them in.
Yeah,
Please
please,
do.
please do that.
Spitfire us.
We would love that.
Yeah, please.
But no, seriously, thank you. This was so much fun.
This was
Oh,
so
thank
much
you.
fun.
This was
oh
the
my
best.
god,
This was
you.
great.
this is gonna.
This was
I think
great,
other people
Terri.
are gonna see this and be like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
I hope.
And then they're going to realize that they cannot do this. Not as good as Terry.
No, well, obviously, first the best.
Well, we're running out of time.
Well, we've been on for a minute.
Yeah,
so.
because we don't pay for the real fucking.
Nope, of course not.
God
'Cause we're on a
forbid, Anthony.
website.
Upgrade today, Anthony?
Nope.
Will not. Terri, we
Terri,
got.
thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys. This was really great. And just, yeah. So, being on a podcast was on my bucket list of 40 things to accomplish by my 40th birthday. So I get to check this out now.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Thank
I
you.
love that so much. Thank you.
If I would have known that, I would have charged her more.
the fuck up.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Have a great
Thanks,
day.
Yes,
Terri.
have a great rest of
Thank
your
you so
day.
much.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Now I'm going to hit end on this, and then we're going to end the meeting, and then it's going to see recorded file will be converted to MP3 when the meeting ends. All right, it's converting. Because this is where I get confused, because sometimes I don't know where these things go.
Now what? I
Now, how
email
much
this
time
to
was
you,
that?
Alex?
And where are we?
That was about 30 minutes, because Zoom only gives you 30 minutes if you don't pay for it.
Right.
So it's exactly how long that was.
37 to 105.
Wow.
We have 10 minutes left to be
Oh, that's great.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I wanted to bring up
Oh,
for Talktown.
Yeah.
Are we doing judge shows?
Judge shows?
Yeah.
didn't we address this like a billion times?
Yeah, I think smaller claims court
court
is
is
one of
like-
the biggest ideas we had.
It was a whole episode. An entire episode was basically, yes, judge shows. Judge shows is how we do court.
All right. Great. I'm glad I brought it up.
Also, I shouldn't talk about this because, someone will steal the idea. But fun update. I reached out to one of the fans of the Rad Dudecast who has not listened to this podcast yet. But he's a huge fan. But he goes, I just don't listen to podcasts anymore. I work at home.
Great.
And I go, all right.
I'm glad to see that people have moved on.
He's
from
grown up.
podcasts. You know what I mean?
I
It's
am
like a
too.
graduation.
When they're like, that's enough for me.
My life is full now.
I don't
need this anymore.
I don't need maniacs yelling at me through a speaker anymore.
Yeah, I feel like we're like Hinge. We want you to move on.
There is a fan
Sponsored
I
by
had
Hinge.
who was a mega fan, who
Yeah.
knew more about my life than I knew about my
Oh,
life.
yeah. Sure.
And now they're gone. And I go, well, now you have all this information. What are you going to do with
Yeah,
that?
that is a wild person just to be out in the world.
Right? They're like, oh, it's like, well, what do you know about? It's like, well, I know a lot about Greg, but I'm not a fan anymore.
the same Instagram.
I think so. It's possible, but I don't know. Maybe they're doing other things. Maybe they're offline. Anyway, I reached out to
That's
this
really
old
funny.
fan.
Yeah.
Because he does computer programming, and I was like, dude, I want to create. Wait, did we do that on a Matt Wayne episode or was it an Allison episode?
What?
An
Allison episode.
The last episode.
Yeah.
No, because there was one
fucking
episode you
dare
weren't
you.
here.
Jesus.
Fuck off.
Oh, I see why. I didn't mean it that way.
I know.
I kind of meant, was
know.
it the episode
Was
you
it
weren't
the
here?
episode that- yeah.
We talked about intro. How everyone gets an intro. Yes, you definitely were because we talked about.
Oh, intros.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
Pat's
right.
episode, I think.
Yes. So every episode so everyone get a theme song, and then I wanted to invent like this door jam that like you do you play your
It was
song.
Dan. That's a Dan
There's a
episode.
promo episode.
Oh,
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
This is of utmost importance.
Right. So
if we're not keeping minutes, who is?
so I told him, I was like, hey man, I want to build this thing as a toy. Like it'd be a toy that you do a QR code and then you could do your own thing and then sell it to like WWE as like a WWE toy. And he's like, dude, I can design the program and then I'm gonna get a 3D printer. I'm gonna build this thing.
We're gonna be rich.
We're
Yes.
not gonna be anything because you're not getting any of this money.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Crazy?
Cutting
This
Matt
is
a
a
deal?
communal
Cutting
idea.
Matt the deal?
What are
I
you
can
doing?
make cutouts
It was not
out
a
of it.
communal
He
idea.
documented the whole goddamn thing.
Let's watch it back. And whoever
Run the tape.
Yeah, we'll watch it. And it's very possible that you said it and I just said it back to you. That's very possible.
That's the most possible. That's the most likely,
But-
most possible.
always knew our friendship would end this way in court.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'll take care of you, just not in the way you think. You know what I mean? I take you for a nice dinner.
It's not the same.
If you think I can enjoy that meal
Yeah.
knowing what I got robbed of.
Oh, also, the fact that we're talking about this, some scumbag fan is already trying to build this thing before we get this thing out
I
there.
don't think our fans are scumbags.
I don't think
They're
so
very
either.
nice.
Judging from Terry.
Oh man, if everybody's like Terry, we have the nicest fans in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All of fans of Who Are Mine are also usually Anthony's fans.
What? Oh, okay. Got it.
They're all pretty nice, except some of them times they're not. I got one guy who I had to block him.
Anyway, so where are we at with this prototype?
Yeah, is it
Are
half-
we?
Our prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's our
we are
How's our
nowhere.
prototype going?
How's our prototype coming along?
I've got this thing all rigged up right here. And then I got my man working on the program. It's very, very easy. I've got a whole smoke machine part. If you could say no, nope, that wouldn't work.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm gonna build
Should
this
we go
thing.
on Shark Tank with this?
Yeah. 100%.
We will not be doing anything. I
would
will
love
take this.
to see the people at Shark Tank, like us, like walking through where this idea came from, what it is, why it's beneficial,
Bickering.
how much we think it should cost.
Bickering in
whole
front of the
time.
sharks about whose idea it was.
Playing clips
You
of the
fucking asshole.
podcast for them.
Your
They're
Honor.
like, what's happening? What is going on?
Do you have any samples? You go, fuck off, Barb. Samples.
samples?
They go, Your Honor.
You're lucky we came here.
Mr. Wonderfuls, I'm not a judge.
Your Honor.
He just keeps, Clearly, yes. So
The whole thing devolves.
I have a
Now
friend
I'm like,
who-
that's fun.
I have a guy I know. We're not friends.
All right.
He owns a toy company. So I might reach out to him and be like, hey,
that's something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got this prototype going on here. He'll say, look at me. He'll go, look, this thing can only get split 2 ways. And I go, I know it. I know it.
Can't imagine. That's the only thing I'll say. I'll go, all sounds well and good, but just so you know, and I got to say this up
It's
front.
a 50-50
this is a
profit
2-way.
share.
Some inventions are 3-way, some are 4. That's a 2-way
two.
guy.
This is a two-way
a
split,
two-way.
man. This is a 2-way split, brother.
Oh, man.
So I'm building this thing. It's going to revolutionize the world. I think I'm going to try to have it installed. I'm going to try to get Trump, because he's very manipulatable, to get him to make it a law that has to be installed on every door.
Sure.
Well,
and
that'll be the most fun executive order he
Yeah.
the rest of
has
the
got going
world
on.
crumbling.
Yeah,
But you get theme music.
theme songs when you walk in a room.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did that.
We
That'd
got
be
that done. The Democrats couldn't stop that.
I'll say this though, right? In like 30, 40
Mount
years.
Everest is an Amazon store. But we got that.
Yeah, we've been invaded by Canada. But they did come into a theme
Christ.
song.
Oh, man.
We don't have eggs anymore. All the birds died.
Asshole you have to be to make a bunch of Canadians.
I've never been
Yeah.
angry in my life. And I've been like really cool about not being political for a while. Like I was like, I just don't want to talk about this online. I don't want to deal with any of this
Yeah.
bullshit. But now I'm like, fuck
this.
Fuck all of the comedians. Fuck
every
everybody.
comedian that like enabled this. All like fucking rotten hell. I'll say it.
All right.
Clip that up. I don't care. Or you could.
Well, I
cut
gotta
it.
stand
don't
by
really
my
give a shit.
girl. What do I do here?
What? Your girl is.
Yeah. No, Libby.
Oh, yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just get scared saying that stuff because I don't want to deal
We
with
don't have to leave it in.
because I want to be annoyed
I know.
by
Probably a
the
good
comments. But that's the thing is like that's why I'm not standing against the revolution because I don't want to be annoyed by messages.
I know.
That's like such a fucking coward thing to do. Anyway, what if Alex just storms out?
It's my best friend.
Yeah, no, it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, anyway, Nathan, because he's Canadian
Oh yeah.
and he's torn. He's like, I'm like, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to deal with any of this. Was that okay? Sorry, that got weird.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
It's great.
Probably
I have
close.
one other
Oh.
idea. You want to do one more idea?
Hit me.
Let's do one more.
No,
Let's do one
let's
more.
save it. Let's save that.
Save
idea.
it?
Save
Where
that
are
idea.
we at time?
Where are we at time wise?
1 minute left until 60.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
that's probably it.
I do want to say this though. I don't like this idea of like, if we go 45, we go 45. If we go an hour and 10, we go an hour and 10.
No, but we
Yeah,
just
no,
want
I
a
know.
sense of like how long something will be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Just
all.
I don't want people to think that they're like, oh, they're just trying to get to the clock.
No,
No.
I'm never
'Cause I'm
doing.
not trying to get to the clock.
Never doing that.
But I don't want to like get into a whole new thing if it's
Right.
already been an hour. But if we're at 40 and it's like, then suddenly we ramp up and we hit 110, that's fine.
Yeah, because I want to end on a big laugh.
Well,
the floor's yours. Bring us home, man.
Yeah.
floor's yours, Greg.
Well, I could tell you this idea I had, and I will say this: your feelings about the 30-year-olds hitting 18s are my feelings about police. Or I'm like, I'm not a person who hates police, so I don't want to get like into the thing of like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking for grace on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, my stepdad was a cop, and I worked with cops. You know what I mean?
All right.
I have an idea for police.
Okay.
All right.
I think they're all live streamed all of the time. You can always tune in, right? And then people could add donations. You could be, or everyone be like, you can't arrest him, right?
So it's a public
Yes.
Yeah,
And
okay.
This is how you.
citizenry voting on police.
This is how
behavior.
you fund the police. You bring the show Cops back, but it's all of the time, and that's how they make their money through
I like
streaming
this.
profits.
All right.
I think I like this. Also, too, I'll say this as a high schooler or in general. A lot of nights I got nothing going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I could be out there weighing in, what a way to spend a Friday night or a
That's
Saturday
great.
night. Get the whole team together.
Yeah.
Go, that man's innocent.
That man
Get,
is innocent.
get your boys together, drink some wine.
Yeah.
And go, we're freeing a bunch of people tonight.
And you get all that.
That's
you
fun.
have the whole story.
That's
you have
great.
the whole story always.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it'd be a really good way to keep keep people in line.
I love this.
Always documented. And it's a TV show.
Yeah. Everything is entertainment.
Can you change the filters on the cameras?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Why
Like
not?
an Instagram story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little stardust as
Yeah.
you're arresting a drunk
Every once in
driver.
a while, there's like a filter that's like, it's a dog.
I foresee a couple problems.
Sure.
Which a bunch of star-hungry bitches are going to be calling the police just to get on
Just
camera.
to get on camera.
You know what I mean?
And then put on like the bold glamour filter. And it's like, oh, you look amazing.
Yeah, it's like, sir, I've been beaten. And he said, all their makeup is on. Come in. And they just want to fuck Terry the cop. Not Terry the fan, Terry the cop.
Terry the cop.
Well, so that's kind of a fun thing, too. If it turns into a porno scene, it's cool.
Hey, I miss when
If it
porn
turns
used to
into
start
a
with a
porno
job.
scene.
I know. Yeah. That really shows you how America's shaking out.
Yeah.
You know, the plight of the economy right now. No one's got jobs.
Will this
It's
turn
down to
into-
pornos.
That's all we have.
You said something, though, that really clicked me, which is, will this turn into a porno? Is a fun idea for a show.
Yeah.
Kind of problematic, but
Very.
got to figure out how we can make this work.
I think you always want a kind of problematic guy in the room.
Yeah, just to kind of keep things interesting.
You want a kind of problematic
Yeah.
guy and absolutely not lady.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
neutral.
this
over
was
here.
the idea.
Yeah, and then a guy who goes, I can see both. I guess you. Why don't we do this with it?
One last thing I'd like to add
Please.
for Talktown, and I don't want to forget this, is, all right, this is going to take some buying. Everyone is a prostitute. But look, the reality is we all have a price. So I think it should become acceptable to just go up to anybody and go, hey, what's your price? You know, it's not offensive. We all have a price. But we
100%.
all have a price.
Yeah.
So you just
for
walk
sure.
over to somebody and go, hey,
Everybody's on the table.
everyone's
Yeah.
on the table. Every prostitution is legal.
Everyone's
but
on the table.
Everyone has to have a tape
But
price.
it's a sliding scale.
Sliding scale.
Yeah, well, it's whatever you deem your own price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
The market sets the rate.
3,500.
For what?
Everything.
Whatever hole you like.
Whatever you come up with.
Anything I don't gotta. As long as I don't gotta take it home with me, if it could say within the hour,
Take it home
20
with me.
minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes,
Taking
3,500.
home, you mean like lopping off a part?
Like a disease or
Sure, okay.
you hurting something. It's like as long as
see.
if I can get out
I'll
the
walk
way
away
I came
clean.
in,
Yeah.
right? Walk away clean.
Walk away clean.
Within the half hour,
3,500.
3,500.
All right. I think that's a pretty good rate.
You know, it's a cool move too. You go and 3,500, and you go and therapy session on me.
Oh,
For
thanks.
whatever,
Therapy session.
whatever happened in here, your therapist. You go to therapy next
Sure.
week. That's on me.
Yeah.
In the same way, you know, it's a
Like a tip.
cool move in a movie, 70s movie. Pay for the ladies' cab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
hey, it's gonna get nasty in here. You might get a little fucked up. You
Yep.
might be like, well, what the hell happened back here? It's on me.
Well,
You can have your price flashing on your hat.
microphone.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
you
over
have
there.
your price flashing on your hat.
Yeah.
It's a great ad.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
great.
great ad.
That is a great
That's
ad.
great.
It's great.
All right. Well,
No,
we
wait,
got that.
No, because there's one other piece to this. Because Anthony brought up a thing. I know. See, look, now we're going into overtime because I refuse.
I feel like we're hostages.
Yes. Well, the therapy thing. I think all therapy in Talktown should be free. Everyone gets therapy, and I want to bring back payphones that you just pick up the phone if you
yeah.
need to talk to somebody.
Oh,
You just
a
go.
payphone that goes right to a therapist is awesome.
I'm not feeling great. Yeah, and just pick it up. Yeah, how are
Done.
you?
And they're all over the place.
Yeah, 911 and then 922. 922 is just for a therapist.
I
think
like,
you're gonna,
paid for.
Yeah, I think it's great. You're gonna run into problems with lines where then people go, hey, you know, like my wife just died. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then can
Well,
I come in
they're
front of you? That kind of thing.
Oh, yes, I see. Well,
We all got wives who died.
we'll
Right.
have a lot of phones.
A lot of phones also
All right,
available
okay.
on your cell phone. But I
Yeah.
think the payphone is like for the people who forgot their payphone. They don't have cell phones. It's like, look, that's always there.
Yeah.
But you could also
Or like
use
you
the app.
get out of the grocery store, you just had a terrible run-in with somebody, and you're like, I got to just deal with this real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
I'm in.
That's it.
Well,
Dates. When's
that-
this one come out,
We
Alex?
have no idea.
Nobody
This is end of the
knows.
month.
Alex has to consult like a spreadsheet.
Dojo, Comedy Dojo
Yeah.
in March.
Talk about March.
Oh, March. Oh, all right. So Greg and I are going to be at Soul Joel's in Potsdam, February 28th. And then we're going to be at the Comedy Dojo in Morris Plains, New Jersey, March 7th, I believe. And then I'll be at Wisecrackers in Wilkes-Barre, March 14th and 15th. Oh, Pittsburgh. I'm headlining the Pittsburgh Improv for one night only, March
that's
13th.
fun.
Yeah, who's your feature?
What's that?
I wasn't asked.
Not you, dog.
Doesn't even ask me.
Libby.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's me. It's not me.
I can't pay for a fee. I can't
Yeah,
pay for that whole
for a
thing, man.
one-nighter? Yeah.
I'm not asking
do
for that
that.
much money.
What's that?
I don't ask for that much. I just need a night out.
A night on the town.
It's a
with
night
Greg.
out. Plus, you get discount Greg.
Discount Greg.
I do like Discount Greg.
You've never asked me to open for you.
No.
Never.
No.
Why?
It's you're bad in the car.
Oh man. All right. Do you have any dates?
No, Anthony said them.
I don't have a lot of dates, but every other Monday, Union Hall, you can come to Franken Baby. That's a show I host. So
I wouldn't never even been asked to be on that either.
all right,
Sorry.
working on it.
It's okay. It's not respected by my friends. Do you think I'm going to bring up all my right wing ideas? My center left ideas? Yeah.
Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/welcome to Talktown, or email us at talktownpodcast@gmail.com if you want to talk about anything. And you saw today, you could pay $100 and come on the podcast for what we say is 10 minutes and turns into 30.
Yeah, because if you're killing it, it's like the
We're not
talk down
stopping you.
2-minute thing. It's like the
100%.
talk down 2-minute thing.
yeah.
You know, it's like, look, after 10 minutes, we'll just hang up on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But maybe we want to. Maybe we're
We
having
want
fun.
to talk to you more? We'll keep talking to you.
Yeah.
But you can do that. We'll do it.
Awesome.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's great.
Bye.
Bye.